Hey there, Super Family. This is Super Chat episode 2 with aspirational and inspirational Mr. Supranational 2023 candidates. I'm Ivan, and today I'm happy to be joined by Mr. Supranational Argentina,
Hi.
Mr. Supranational Brazil,
Hi.
Mr. Supranational Canada,
Hello.
Mr. Supranational Dominican Republic,
Hi.
Mr. Supranational Ecuador,
Hi.
Mr. Supranational Equatorial Guinea,
Hi, hello.
Mr. Supranational Spain,
Hi.
Mr. Supranational Trinidad and Tobago.
Hi.
Hi guys, and thanks for joining. Before we get down to your short introductions, let me just once again remind our dear audience that you can help your favorite candidates advance to the next round of the competition by voting for them in our app. Check out the description box below this video. There's a voting link there. Click through and vote for your favorites. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the official Miss and Mr. Supranational YouTube channel where we are now. So, time to get to know our brilliant candidates a little bit better. Hello, Mr. Supranational Argentina. Welcome to the Super Family and welcome to Super Chats. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
¿Podés, por favor, brevemente presentarte a vos mismo?
Hola a todos, un placer estar aquí presentes. Mi nombre es Juliano Fesia, tengo 33 años, soy de Rosario, de una gran ciudad aquí en Argentina.
Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure being here. My name is Juliano Fesia. I am 33 years old, and I'm from Rosario, a big city in Argentina.
Great to meet you, Juliano. Hello, Mr. Supranational Brazil. Welcome to the Super Family, and so happy to see you on Super Chats. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hi there. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. My name is Henrique Martins. I'm going to be representing Brazil in Supranational 2023. I'm from a small city in São Paulo, and I've done lots of things during my life. I was a professional swimmer. I've been in the military, and there's a lot of curiosities to tell you guys today.
All right, that's right. Excited to hear that. Great to meet you, Enrique. Mr. Supranational Canada, hello. Welcome to the Super Family. Happy to see you on Super Chat. And could you please shortly introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Well, thank you so much for the warm welcome. My name is Luis Porteles, and of course, I am your Mr. Supranational Canada 2023. I am 27 years old. I was born in the vibrant city of Holguin in Cuba, and I moved to Montreal, Canada when I was 13 years old. I graduated from the University of Montreal with a bachelor's degree in mass communications. And at the same time, in 2020, I started a YouTube channel around the topic of pageantry, pop culture, and interviews. And this is what inspired me to join a male pageant. So here I am for the Mr. Supranational experience.
Yeah, welcome to the Mr. Supranational experience, Luis. So great to have you here with us this year. Hi there, Mr. Supranational Dominican Republic. Thank you for joining Super Chats today, and welcome to the Super Family. And can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Thank you, Ivan. I really appreciate this opportunity to make this conversation for Super Chat and this edition. And I am Jan Carrasco from Dominican Republic, and I'm here to let the people know me a little more.
Okay, thank you, Jan. Great to meet you. Hi there, Mr. Supranational Ecuador. Great to meet you and welcome to the Super Family. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. So hi, I'm Bruno Barbieri. I'm from Ecuador. My father is from Brazil. My mom is from Guayaquil. And my grandfathers were from Italy. And my whole life I moved a lot. So I lived in Brazil, Europe, United States, Mexico, Ecuador. And because of that, I think I learned a lot. Being flexible, adapting. So for me, it's super easy to get in a new country or a new culture and absorb everything. I love it. That's why I choose acting and modeling, because I can travel all around the world and know people, know new cultures, different foods, different type of lives. I mean, it's amazing to see how people live, because it's so different from my reality, and I guess it's amazing. I mean, that's a little bit about me. I also did environmental engineering and nutrition, and I changed to acting. I'm 31 years old, and yeah, that's a lot about me actually.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Great meeting you, Bruno. Hey there, Mr. Supranational Equatorial Guinea. Welcome to Super Chats and welcome to the Super Family. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Bienvenido, Mr. Supranacional. Bienvenido a Super Chat. La familia, ¿puedes introducirte un poco?
Hola, mi nombre es Vicente Benjamín Roco Santander. Vivo en Guinea Ecuatorial, Mr. Supranational Guinea Ecuatorial, y estoy encargado de representar a mi bello país.
Hello, I'm Vicente Benjamin. I'm here to represent Equatorial Guinea. I'm very proud of representing my country right now.
Great meeting you, Vicente, and welcome to the Super Family. Hey there, Mr. Supranational Spain, Ivan. Good to meet you. Can you please briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, of course. Hi, everyone. My name is Ivan Alvarez. I'm 30 years old, and I live in Mos, that is a small city in the northwest of Spain, nearest to in the region of Galicia. I'm an industrial engineer, and now I'm working as project manager supply chain in a multinational automotive company, designing and defining new processes and the standards under which all the brands of the group must work. And for me, Mr. Supranational means the brotherhood. For me, it means the culmination of 3 years of preparation, and to be honest, I can't wait to meet with all of you in Poland with all the Super family. I consider myself as a non-conformist person, and I want to show all the world that dreams come true when you combine your passion, your discipline, and of course, your consistency.
Very true. Thank you very much, and so very exciting. And welcome to the Super Family, Ivan. Hey there, Mr. Supranational Trinidad and Tobago. So happy to see you on Super Chat, and welcome to the Super Family. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to meet you. Hi to my entire Super family. I am Keaton Yallery, representing the beautiful Twin Islands of Trinidad and Tobago. I completed my bachelor's in actuarial science, and I work as a corporate and strategic intelligence specialist, which in short is an analyst. My passion for education and actuarial science continues as I'm reading for a master in the same field. But Ivan, to be honest, I'm a simple guy. I enjoy spending time with my family, going to the local ice cream shop with my friends, going to build a sweat in the gym, but most importantly, engaging in service and outreach, but making it more special by including my friends. And trust me, they can testify to that. That's a little bit about myself.
Yeah, thank you so much, and great meeting you. Thank you for your introductions, gentlemen. It was lovely to get to know you a little bit better. Next up, each of you will be asked a personal question based on your biography. Mr. Supranational Argentina, your personal question.
Miss Supranational Argentina, esta es tu primer pregunta.
What is one thing you know that you wish you had known 10 years ago?
Una cosa que sepas ahora que te hubiera gustado saber o tener 10 años antes.
Me hubiera encantado poder tener, digamos, la inteligencia, la madurez para poder enfrentar ciertas situaciones de la vida, ¿sí? Que en algún momento me han hecho pensar o sufrir.
I wish I had had intelligence that I have now, and because it could have helped me to affront a lot of situations in my life.
Okay. Mr. Supranational Brazil Henrique, here's your personal question. As a competitive sports person, do you believe discipline is innate, something you're born with, or is discipline a skill that can be developed?
That's a great question. And I believe it's a skill that needs to be developed. Like most of the skills, we have to believe that we can develop our skills. We're not born we're not born perfect, right? So we got to develop every day. And in sports, I learned that I need to do a little bit better every day through discipline, through focus, and then I can improve myself. So I wasn't always disciplined. I had to learn that throughout time.
Okay, thanks for your answer, Enrique. Mr. Supranational Canada, here's your personal question. Luis, you moved to Canada when you were a teenager. Tell us how this changed your life in a good way and a not so good way.
That's a very good question. I think that moving to Canada at such a young age, it forced me to be very flexible in the way that I have to adapt to change. Because, of course, it was not only a geographical change, but also in terms of culture, in terms of language. So I feel like that was definitely a positive thing. On the negative side, of course, I also had to leave some of my family behind because, for example, my mom's side of the family actually still lives in Cuba. So that separation was very hard, especially at such a young age.
Thanks for your answer, Luis. Mr. Supranational Dominican Republic, here comes your personal question. Yeah, in your biography, you said that living safe is one of your biggest goals, right? Explain to us, what do you mean by this?
To me, having a safe life or feel me like I'm in the right place. I have rights and protection from the authority of my country is so important because I grew up in a neighborhood like we call it barrio, and I was exposed when I was a kid for so many different situations, like a criminal situations and I don't know, different kind of that. But I don't want to say to the world like Dominican Republic is the most risk country, but we have our issues and we had to work with that. And to me, watching what is happening now in the world, so many different people from other countries, they don't have that, and it's going to turn a great feeling or goals to me. Like I would like to have a life knowing I am safe. I don't have any risk to lose my life and have peaceful life. I think this is the most important to me.
Perfect, thank you. Next up to answer his personal question is Mr. Supranational Ecuador, Bruno. Why is meditation an important part of your lifestyle?
Okay, so I'll brief you in how I did start that. When I was 20 years old, I moved to Germany, and for me, it was super hard because I'm used to Latinos. I'm used to being warm people, contact. And living in Germany was super different. Like people were super cold, and I had to adapt. And I was alone. I felt alone because it was my first time living alone, and no contact, no nothing. So I started meditating, and I found a peace that I never felt in my life. So I never stopped. And in my career, like acting, modeling, sometimes people are so superficial, and meditating helps me connecting. That's why I love to go to the nature and meditate there, because I feel like one with the earth, and it's amazing. I mean, if you can meditate, I hardly advise you to do it, because you're gonna find this peace, this balance that most of the time we lose with modern life, with cellulars, with phones, with internet. And meditating for me brings me back to the foundation of my balance. I think that's why.
Yeah. Thanks for your answer, Bruno. Mr. Supranational Equatorial Guinea, your personal question. What is the most important lesson you learned from your parents that you would want to teach your own children?
Mr. Supranacional, ¿cuál es la lección más importante que has aprendido de tus padres, la cual te gustaría enseñar a tus propios hijos?
La lección más importante que he aprendido de mis padres es respetar. Respetar y ser humilde siempre. Porque eso es muy importante para triunfar en la vida y para estar bien y convivir entre los demás.
The most important lesson I learned from my parents was to respect and to be humble. Because this is the most important things to go in life and have a fulfilling life and a good one.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer, Vicente. Your personal question, Mr. Spain. Tell us one interesting fact about you and how it helps you or how it harms you.
One interesting fact about me is that during all my life I dreamed with study something related with medicine or pharmacy to help other people, but at the end I cannot do it because of the notes here in Spain. So I have to decide to change, and I took 180 degrees turn, and finally I started medicine. I started engineering, and yeah, it was a challenge for me, but it helped. It helped to me to overcome all the difficulties that happened in my life.
Okay, thank you, Ivan. Personal question to Mr. Supranational Trinidad and Tobago. As a business owner, what is one of the biggest challenges you face and how do you deal with it?
One of the biggest challenges you face will be keeping motivated, because there are ups and downs in every business. But in that being said, is by affirming yourself that you're in the right place at the right time and doing your passion. So with that, I just continue going on and meeting each challenge with a positive mindset.
Thank you, great answer. Thank you very much. Exciting. I can't imagine how excited super fans now are, because next up, you'll be answering questions from Mr. Supranational fans community. Mr. Supranational Argentina, here's your question from Super Fans Community.
Acá viene tu pregunta por la parte de la comunidad de Superfans.
What is the hardest challenge you have faced so far while preparing for this competition, and how has it made you stronger?
¿Cuál es el reto más difícil que has tenido que afrontar hasta ahora en tu preparación para esta competencia y cómo le hiciste frente? ¿Cómo actuaste ante este reto?
El reto más difícil fue asumir la gran responsabilidad, digamos, de representar a un país que a su vez es un placer y también es un gran desafío, que al principio llena de miedos, pero te coloca en un lugar privilegiado, al menos en lo personal.
That the hardest challenge that he had to face is the responsibility to represent his country.
También lo que pienso es que se trabaja duro con un gran equipo a pulmón, cuando a veces uno piensa que quizás no puede llegar y termina llegando, y eso es lo que hace grandioso a estos grandes desafíos.
At the same time, it's so important to count on a great team, as I have, and this is what makes easier those kind of challenges.
Pero lo lograremos.
But we will get it.
Thank you, Juliana, for your answer. Mr. Supranational Brazil, Henrique, here's your question from Superfans community. Why did you, as a former Olympian, decide to participate in a male pageant?
That's an interesting question, and it's not the first time I heard it. After I retired from professional swimming, I was trying myself in different fields, and a male pageant seemed like an interesting way to challenge myself. So I had no idea what to expect, but I love new challenges and I love to compete. So it felt like the right call, and it's been an absolutely thrilling experience, and I'm loving it.
Okay, thanks, Enrique. Next up to answer our fan question is Louis, representing Canada. Do you believe being a pageant vlogger gives you an advantage or disadvantage in this competition, and why?
Good question. I actually don't think that it gives me an advantage or disadvantage. Actually, going into the competition, I see all of us as having equal chances of getting closer to the title of Mr. Supranational. And I think that that should be the essence of pageantry itself. You know, we all have different backgrounds. We all have different things that we bring to the table as well. So I think that it's important for the organization to consider those things in every single one of us. So yes, although I love pageantry and I follow many pageants all over the world, I don't think that this is going to give me more chances or less than any other contestant.
True. Thank you, Luis. Yeah, Mr. Dominican Republic, here's your question from Superfans community. Tell us about one life-changing experience you have encountered, and what did you learn from it?
Oh, a life-changing experience. I thought I was going to have her for my entire life, and she was my biggest support. But I started to have a kind of mental health situations, and I was having a struggle with that. And something that I learned is we had to see the life beyond the bodies or lifetime of the people here. We are like souls. We are spiritual people, and I just took that. I always have like all my people who is not here physically, and I always try to embrace that, like we are mostly than bodies. We have souls, we have spirit, and that's something that I learned from that situation. And I keep like I keep her and so many people very close to me.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your story. Yeah. Next up to answer Mr. Supranational fans question is Mr. Ecuador. Apart from your current job, what is your dream job? And what steps are you taking to get into that career?
So my dream job is my actual job. I
All
think,
right.
yeah, because like I told you, I did environmental engineering and nutrition, and I found out that I didn't love it. I mean, to the level to work every day with this, and then I changed to acting, and I love it. It's like living the dream, you know, like getting to places, getting to meet people, getting to meet cultures, and at the same time work and getting paid for that. It's just the dream. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Thank you. You're a happy man. Mr. Supranational Equatorial Guinea, here comes the question from Mr. Supranational fans for you.
Mr. Supranational de Guinea Ecuatorial, aquí viene la pregunta de los fans para ti.
Which historical figure do you see as a role model and hero, and why?
¿Qué personaje histórico tú ves como ejemplo a seguir y por qué?
Nelson Mandela, porque Nelson Mandela fue uno de los grandes héroes de África y que luchó, además de África, luchó por los derechos humanos, luchó por los derechos de los blancos entre los negros, de los negros entre los blancos, e hizo todo lo posible para estar en lo más alto de los líderes africanos.
For me, I would say Nelson Mandela, because Nelson Mandela is an African man who fought for the rights of people, including white people, black people. So this is very important to all the heroes, and I really like Nelson Mandela for that.
Thank you for your answer, Vicente. Next up to answer a question from Mr. Supranational fans community is Mr. Supranational Spain, Ivan. If you could add another category to the Mr. Supranational competition, what would it be, and why would you like to add that?
From my point of view, we have a lot of categories right now. It's quite good, but what I most like is the from the ground up, because it's where you are helping people and you are really showing what you are doing behind. But I would add also how to you inspire others. Means, for example, in education, how you inspire children to be, let's say, a best person, and how you impact in their life. I would like to show us because children at the end is the beginning and is what I like.
Okay, so your category would be Mr. Supranational Inspiration.
Yes, inspiration, but more oriented to children.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Next up to answer his superfan question is Mr. Supranational Trinidad and Tobago. Tell us something about your country that many people do not know yet.
There are many things about my country that people won't know, but something I would like to share that is extremely special about Trinidad and Tobago is our diversity in races and cultures, and how we come together and share and respect and love each other. You see it in our history and our present, and that looks like sharing within our cultural backgrounds, meaning that we get to share in the Hindu religion, the Muslim religion, the Christian, but just the togetherness in our country, I would like them to know about.
Thanks. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Now, each of you will have to answer one and the same question, or today's general question for all of you. Mr. Argentina is now to answer our today's general question.
Te va a hacer algunas preguntas generales que vas a tener que responder.
Apart from being a role model for men, how do you wish to be a role model for women?
Además de ser un modelo para hombres, ¿cómo crees que podría ser un modelo para mujeres también?
Bueno, esa es una excelente pregunta. Yo particularmente soy un hombre que apoya muchísimo los derechos de la mujer en el mundo.
I am a man who always is part of women, and I try to help them defeating their rights against the world.
Mi familia está constituida con el 80% de mujeres, lo cual me he criado con la gran sabiduría de una mujer.
My family is composed 80% by women, so I have been raised with the most part of women in my life.
Y mi madre, que es la mujer más importante de mi vida, me ha inculcado desde muy pequeño hasta mi adultez de que yo puedo acompañar a una mujer en todos los proyectos que sean necesarios.
And my mother has raised me in a way to help all women that are in my life in the projects that they have and the necessary for them.
Apoyándola, proyectándolas y sobre todo convirtiéndolas en el gran soporte en lo que hoy se han transformado frente al mundo, en grandes líderes que pueden lograr cualquier cosa en cualquier planteo de lo que necesiten sin necesitar de nadie.
I try to be the support of this new generation of women that are leaders in front of the world and can do anything they wish or they want against the world.
Es un placer acompañarlas.
It's a pleasure to be a company for them.
Thank you very much. Brilliant answer. Thanks, Juliana. Mr. Supranational Brazil, Henrique, now it's your turn to answer today's general question. Apart from being a role model for men, how do you wish to be a role model for women?
That's a really good question. I believe we can and we need to communicate and understand everyone's realities. So sometimes it's hard for a man to understand the point of view and the difficulties of being a woman, especially in the professional field. There's a lot of sexism, both professionally and personally. So I think the best way to help and be a role model for women is to listen to them and talk to them and understand their difficulties and struggles and maybe try to help them somehow. I think we're all connected and we gotta help each other and we gotta understand each other's realities.
Very true. Thank you very much, Henrique. Our today's general question to you, Luis, Mr. Supranational Canada. Apart from being a role model for men, how do you wish to be a role model for women?
For women, that's an excellent question, Ivan. So I think that, part of being a role model, whether it's for men or for women, is just to be an example that people need to follow. I personally believe that nowadays men should be considered feminists as well, because when I think of, for example, When I was growing up, I had so many strong female figures in my life that inspired me, such as my mom, my grandmother, my aunt, my cousins. So I think that it's important for men to also take into consideration those things whenever we are, putting inspiration out there. Whenever we want to influence the people around us, it's important to not only think about the male side of things, but also the female, because at the end of the day, we're all human and we're all in this together.
Very true. Thank you so much for your answer, Luis. Mr. Supranational Dominican Republic, now it's your time to answer our today's general question. Apart being a role model for men, how do you wish to be a role model for women?
Being a role model for women is to me very important. Like, I would like to represent or show off this guy or this man who they can trust or they can find support, even if we are different gender. But I think always one of my philosophy is like we are human beings. We are just one race, and uh, I would like to everybody have equal rights. Nobody is like better or worse than the others, and I have that from my grandmas, from my aunties, and I would like to pay forward all of that to all the women. So that could be that. Yeah.
Thank you, Jan. Mr. Supranational Ecuador, now it's your time to answer our today's general question. Apart from being a role model for men, how do you wish to be a role model for women?
I think in the history of humankind, man was always the one who stepped in, like the dominant part, and that changed a lot in the past years, right? I think nowadays women should be uh, should be taken consideration as equals, because we are equals, we are human beings, and I would like to show them, I don't know, that we can be the same. I mean, we are the same, right? Maybe we have the difference of testosterone, but that's it. I mean, we are humans. We can do the same thing that I do. Women can do it too. So if I can get a job or a role or a catwalk, women can do it too. If I can get, I don't know, to the supranational, women can do it too. If I can get fit, women can do it too. If I can have a healthy lifestyle, or like, women can do the same. And I love how how powerful they are with, and at the same time so delicate. That I think men are so different in that aspect. Like, men are just not everybody, all right, but they do it like in a more robust way, I think. So I don't know if I answered the question, but for me, we are the same, and I like to show them that we are the same. Like, really, that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bruno. Now it's your turn, Mr. Supranational Equatorial Guinea, to answer our today's general question.
Ahora es tu turno, Mr. Supranacional de Guinea Ecuatorial, para hacer una pregunta general.
Apart being a role model for men, how do you wish to be a role model for women?
Aparte de ser un ejemplo a seguir para los hombres, ¿cómo te gustaría ser un ejemplo a seguir para las mujeres?
Mi mensaje general es llevar la perseverancia y la consistencia en todo lo que hagas en la vida. Para las mujeres también quería llevar el mensaje de ser consistentes y ser perseverantes en todo lo que vayan a luchar en la vida, porque ellas también, al igual que los hombres, se merecen todo lo mejor del mundo.
My general message for everybody, women and included men, is to be always to keep trying all the time, included all women in the world, because this is important to achieve our goals, to keep always trying, to keep always going.
No matter whether you're a man or a woman. Brilliant. Thank you, Vicente. Mr. Supranational Spain, your time to answer our today's general question. Apart being a role model for men, how do you wish to be a role model for women?
It's a good question. I have the same answer for both men and women because people in their lives usually should choose always the most comfortable paths in their lives, and I think that we have to be open-minded and also embrace all the new opportunities that comes into your life and learn from them, and also share good moments, good experience, and inspire other people and help them. This is what you can take away when you die.
Thank you, Mr. Supranational Spain. Mr. Supranational Trinidad and Tobago, your turn now to answer today's general question. Apart from being a role model for men, how do you wish to be a role model for women?
I plan to be a role model that surpasses any gender by authenticity and being trustworthy. For me, that comes with my passion for academia and culture. And by being myself and stepping boldly into my passion, that will inspire both male and female to do the same. And that's how I plan to inspire both male and females.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your answers, gentlemen. Brilliant. Let me just once again remind our dear audience that you guys can help your favorite candidates advance to the next round of the competition by voting for them in our app. Check out the description box below this video. There's a voting link there. Support your favorites, make them happier, and make them closer to their dream of becoming the new Mr. Supranational. That's it for now. Subscribe to our channel. There's more and more to come. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.